How I became free at the age of 24. Look, I'm no supernova or superstar. I came from humble beginnings. I grew up on a council estate from two fantastic parents, but I was on track to follow the conventional approach that 99% of people take in life, and that's working and doing something they have no purpose in. And I'm going to explain in this video how I was able to quit my job in banking in Canary Wharf, London, and scale my agency to up to 40k per month while traveling the globe. Here's my agency, Bespoke Developers. There you go. Bye. Anyways, point that I'm making is I'm Joe Testori, the founder of Bespoke Developers and the Bespoke Academy, where I help agency owners and coaches scale their business to 10k per month while traveling the world. I'm also helping people get out of jobs they don't want to be in and scale their businesses. And the purpose of this channel is to help anyone within those categories do exactly that for free. And if you enjoy what I do, then hey, we can work together. But let's move that away. So let me just give you some background into me, Joe Testori. I grew up from humble beginnings, as I mentioned. I grew up at a council estate in South London. And unfortunately, a lot of the guys who I grew up with aren't doing the best right now. And that's not to throw shade on them. A couple of them have gone to prison. A couple of them have done drugs. A couple of them have been okay. But you know what? I feel fucking lucky to be where I'm at today. And I put a lot of that down to my parents, consistency, and hard work. And I promise you, no matter your background, if you work hard, the results you can achieve are going to be far greater than what you think you can achieve. And hopefully I can help you today in this video document, share how I've been able to grow my businesses and work on my terms while traveling to countries like Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, all over the globe. I kid you not. So let me give you some background into me. When I was a kid, I was fat. Straight up, I was fat. I was there, I got bullied, and you know what? I didn't have a great deal of confidence. But the only way to build confidence is through competence and doing the things that you need to do. This might come from going to the gym, training jiu-jitsu, doing the work, actually putting the work in. The best formula for success is doing hard things, I promise. So whatever you're looking for, seek discomfort. That is probably going to be the number one place where you're going to grow. You can read books, you can meditate, but that's not going to make the difference. Making the difference is going to come from repetition. So for context, I went to school. I think I left secondary school, my GCSEs, with 7 C's, 2 B's. I actually had to reset maths to go from a C to a B when I actually took a third year at college because I wanted to go to a better uni. And I actually failed a few subjects, to be fair. But anyways, who cares about that? Point being is, I was mediocre at school. I hated school. Everything I wanted to do was at a bare minimum. From then, I went to college, did a couple BTECs. So for those of you who aren't in the UK, BTECs, that kind of the downgrade of A-levels. Is if you can't get A-levels, then you go do BTECs. It's all coursework based, so you work and learn in your own time, so to speak. Did those, passed, and then went off to a pretty good uni. I went to the University of Birmingham, where I studied business. And to be honest, I call it a failure. I got a 2-2, which isn't really a great grade. But anyways, do not let anything that has happened to you in the past define you as a person and who you are today. That was my biggest rule. From then, I went and did a master's. And at this point, I actually turned and I started loving academia, studying and just researching. It was maybe because everything was independent. And that maybe sparked my curiosity for business even further. From there, I went and got a job in banking, and it just wasn't for me. I worked in sales for a bit of time. I actually got fired from a job after 2 months. Hey, happens. Don't be ashamed of what's happened to you in your past. And then I went and worked for a consultancy and was shipped off to a bank in Canary Wharf, London. And as time went on in that job, I just knew it wasn't for me. And the point when I knew it wasn't for me was there was 2 things that happened. First off, I was walking down the corridor on a Tuesday morning. This was April 2019. Walked past a colleague and I said to her, "Good Tuesday." And she just looked back at me and laughed and said, "When is a Tuesday ever good?" And it hit me. I was walking back to my desk and I just daydreamed. And I thought, I can't stay in this job where I was working 8:30 till 6, and I got 25 days worth of leave, and people were so excited for the Easter holidays where they could get an extra 2 days off work, and they were looking forward to the May bank holiday, and I just thought, this isn't for me. And then the nail in the coffin for me was, at the time, this is something super personal to me, my uncle had cancer. He had pancreatic cancer, and he also suffers from schizophrenia, so it was a double blow. And fortunately he survived, and he's okay now, God bless. But I went to my manager and I asked her if I could have, I think it was an extra 2 hours off from lunch so I could go to the hospital with him, and she just flat out said no. She said no empathy, no compassion, and that was it. And for me, I said, so anyways, that was my eureka moment. As a kid, I would be selling sweets at school. I was making Simpsons comic books. I was doing car washes with friends. I was selling flapjacks in secondary school, and I had a decent business then. And I would try to turn my hand to anything. I'd like to think of myself as an entrepreneur who just works hard. So I always knew there was something I wanted to do. I started a smoothie business when I was 17, 18 with a friend, and look, all of these things failed, but they all set me up for where I'm at today. And whatever life has thrown your way in the past, it is teaching you lessons. That is the biggest essence and rule of life that I've learned. But getting into the meat of this video, I'm going to share with you 3 key points that has allowed me to scale my business that will allow you to get to 10K per month in your business while allowing you time freedom. You will be able to build a business where you can work 20 hours a week while traveling the world, while spending time with your friends, family, playing football in the evenings, going out for great meals, and actually looking after the people that you love and appreciate. That is honestly one of the best things you can do from your business. The best thing I've ever done in my business, and this comes from the bottom of my heart, was I was on the phone to my dad about 18 months ago, and he said that my grandmother needed an operation, and it was a knee operation. No one could afford it. And I asked him how much it was, and he told me, and I said, okay, fine, I'm gonna send you the money. And he was shocked. If you can't do that for the ones you love, then the money doesn't mean anything. You can flex, you can flaunt, you can go to Dubai, Miami, wherever, but that for me, that's purpose in your business. So anyways, let me get on to it. So lesson number 1, you need to learn how to leverage your inputs and time. Business is arbitrage. That is all. People are paying you for one thing, value. If you can provide value to a business will pay you. How do you provide value to a business? Well, you do this through figuring out an opportunity within their business. Let's just take, for instance, you're working with a builder and you're providing them with leads. Fundamentally, a business wants to pay you 1/10 or 10% of the value you're bringing to their business. So say, for instance, you're working with a builder, and let's just say, for argument's sake, you're running Facebook ads for them. Well, you want to bring them in, let's say 15 grand worth of business. They're paying you £1,000 and they're spending £500 on ads. That's generally the value that you want to portray. Now, how do you do this? You want to be able to show to that business that you can do so. If you're at ground zero and you've never worked with businesses before, and you've never shown value, well, tell you what, work for free. I know it sounds like it sucks, but just do it. Honestly, the first 7 clients I worked with, I worked for free or for next to nothing. But you know what? I learned more of those 7 clients than I've learned of any other clients since. And I've been able to multiply my monthly retainers to 4 or 5 grand per month. People pay you for the outcomes. Look, you could be working at McDonald's and all you could be doing is putting fries in packets and cups. Well, fundamentally, how much money you actually bring into McDonald's if you're doing that? If you can put 100 portions of chips into a cup per hour, and you can be replaced by a robot or by someone else who is as equally skilled and trained as you, then you haven't got much value to the business. That's why people at McDonald's get paid $10 an hour, because their value is easy to replace. The objective is to become irreplaceable or highly valuable to a business. And there's one way how you do this is through skill stacking. So I'd encourage you, go out and master one skill. Get incessantly good at don't get good, get amazing at one skill. Stack it, master it, craft that skill and bring it to businesses. Don't even go to businesses and say, hey, I can do this for you. If you really want clients, if you're struggling and you want to get 10K and you want to get out of your job or you want to scale your agency or coaching business, go and show businesses the work you can do for free. Don't even ask for anything. Say, hey, I've written these cold emails for you, or I've drafted these ad campaigns for you. Or if you're a coach, go to someone and show them a nutrition plan you've put together specifically for them by going on their Instagram and looking at their body composition and thinking of this could be your ideal state. Sell people the transformation, and that is the way how you can provide your value. See, I went to university and I got a master's, but quite honestly, that master's has been useless today. What people are looking for is skills. As we mentioned, you're looking to go and provide value to businesses with a skill set. Everyone is looking for the most skilled person in a single discipline. Master one discipline. Okay, lesson 2. Let's break this down a bit further. So, you've got a high value skill. Fantastic. But what are the avenues that you need to be helping businesses or people with? So first off, revenue generation. You want to be able to generate a business more revenue. That's the goal. When you're working in an agency or you're a coach, you want to build and you want to bring a business disproportionate revenue. That is how you differentiate yourself. The person who can master how to do that more effectively is going to win. Is going to become a sought after commodity and is going to be someone who a business wants. The second opportunity is cost savings. If someone can come to my business and show me a way of saving an additional £1,000, $1,000 per month, I want to see what they can do, because that's another avenue. And in every business, there is a leaky cup. There is a cup where the water comes in and it leaks somewhere. And if you can fix those bottlenecks in a business for people, then you are a golden commodity. Loads of people are doing this in the space of automation. So, let's just say, for example, you help someone with their automation management. So they're generating leads, and you might just be able to show them how to use AI more effectively. You might be able to show them how to use Zapier more effectively. There are so many avenues, optimizations. Someone is turning around and you're a fitness coach and you know basics in which people are doing wrong. So someone might be going to the gym 7 times a week, going there and saying, hey, actually, you might just need to go to the gym 5 days a week and then go to the sauna another day, and that's all you need. And hey, here's a meal plan. That's just optimization. You're fixing a problem that someone has. So I'll explain to you how I first got into marketing. Back in 2017, my dad's emails were hacked and it cost his business a couple £1,000 in revenue. So for context, he's a builder. And the first thing I did is I looked to clean up his email. So I switched him over to a professional email instead of a blah, blah, blah at gmail.com to a so-and-so at businessname.com. That was the first thing I did. And then my curiosity for marketing sparked from there. So I built him a website. And then from there, I ended up running him a Facebook ads. And within his first 2 leads, and Facebook ads are so different to what they are today. Within his first 2 leads, he was able to secure 1 job, which I believe at the time resulted in £22,000 worth of revenue. And it was absurd. And I think we spent £25 on Facebook ads back then. And I didn't have a clue as to what I was doing, but that was it. I was hooked. So from then, I went and I looked at free courses. I paid mentors, I paid for coaches. And that was the single best investment I ever made into my business, because the knowledge gap, I was here with my knowledge and these coaches were able to bring me up to here. And now I'm here, let's just say. But that teething period, that gave me so much knowledge into my business. So that was 2017. Take it forward, all I focused on was paid ads. That is all my agency did. We were a homogenous agency. We worked with everyone, brick and mortar businesses, whoever. And then COVID hit, March 2020. I had 1 coaching client left. That is all. I was being paid £300 a month, and this client is still with me to this day. Been with her for over 4.5 years, but all of my business was wiped out in an instant. So what did I do like everyone did back in 2020? Well, I looked for online businesses. I started working with Forex traders and e-commerce businesses, and my business grew from there. That was the best period ever that could have happened to me in life at that point. COVID meant I focused, I went monk mode for 6 months, and I just went ballistic. From then, I was able to move into a flat with my partner, and now I'm living in this place. We bought our own place, so I'm living proof to what you can do when you put your head down and you knuckle down. And I feel super lucky, but I know 99% of that came from hard work and dedication and consistency. The magic you're looking for is on the other side of hard work. So from then, I was able to scale my team to 8, some guys in the UK, some guys overseas, and it was fantastic. It's growing my agency. But then, while traveling abroad from September 2022 to September 2023, halfway through that, I realized I want more from what I'm doing. I want to have a purpose. I want to be able to help people who are just like me, people who are from all backgrounds, all walks of life. Maybe you're from a working class background, or you're a middle class background. I don't care what background you're from, but I want to work with hard workers, people who want more from themselves, people who want to stimulate themselves, who want to be better, who want to provide for their families, who want to prove themselves. And that was it. The Bespoke Academy was born. So that's my second business. But away from the Bespoke Academy, back to Bespoke Brand Developers. In my agency, we've been able to attract multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses because we've created a brand, because I've been able to showcase my skills, win business through referrals, through cold email, through cold Instagram, through paid ads. Every single channel we have worked on incessantly. And it's because we've been able to master our craft. See, you do not have a business if you do not have a phenomenal product, because the biggest identifier of how successful your business is your customer lifetime value. If you cannot retain clients and customers, then your business is flawed. You have a business that is built on quicksand. So I'll give you a few examples of high income skills you can learn today. You can learn paid ads, you can learn content creation, you can learn appointment setting, you can learn high ticket closing, you can learn coaching, consulting. These are skill sets that most people have under their noses. These are things you've probably been mastering, probably been looking at for the last few years that you could probably do. That the market is so open that if you went out and you started building for 6 months, guarantee you would have some clients or customers in that time. And look, if you're like me, someone who wants freedom to wake up when they want, although I wouldn't recommend that, get a routine, be able to travel to where you want to go to, be able to see things you could only dream of, look after your family, bless your family, just look after those around you, then I implore you, focus on developing high income skills, because that is your passport out of wherever you're at right now. So lesson number 3, you're there. You're someone who has taken the advice from points 1 and 2, or maybe you've done points 1 and 2. You've got your agency or coaching business and you've got to a point of making a few good grand a month. But next, you're looking for that next level. You want to hit 10 grand per month, the golden 10K per month, what everyone wants. That was why I etched myself to. I have a joke with my podcast host, Errol, and we came up with the 6-figure squad. It is so cheesy, but it's what we came up with. And it's when we hit 100K, that is what we etched ourselves to. And we smoked a cigar, we had some whiskey. I mean, so cheesy. But anyways, that's what we did when we hit 6 figures each per month in our businesses. So what do you do next? You want to look at what's called contractor arbitrage. This is where you turn around and use other resource, other labor to scale your business. See if you are the result of all of your business's success with all of your input. So that means if you're sick or you want to go on holiday, you can't switch off. That is not a business. A business is where other people work for you, is where you can sit back, you rely on skills of other people to help you. So I'm going to share with you my exact agency business model right now. So to give you some insight, my agency, I scaled it up. I had all of my team in London. So I had my content creator, I had my email marketer, I had my ad specialist, I had my business developer, all based in London. That was the core. And then we had a few guys overseas in Pakistan, in America, in the Philippines, and that model was okay. But then I hyper-focused on one goal within the business: profitability. See, there's a great saying which says, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity. And quite honestly, a lot of my business was focused on revenue. I was thinking, great, we're making 15, 20, 30K per month. And then what? I want profit in my business. I want to walk away and say, yeah, you know what? I've stacked some money. I've been able to buy my flat. I've been able to go around the world, go to Australia, Japan, Singapore, New Zealand, all of these countries, South Korea, I travel everywhere, but fundamentally, I want profit. So this is what I would recommend as what I call the new era agency model. So it's broken down into two sections. The first section is front of house activities. So this is typically what your clients will see. This is going to be activities such as account managers and people who are front facing. So people who have direct interactions with your clients. So if you're an agency owner or you're a coach who's based in the UK or America, I would recommend having front of house team members, contractors, however you want to put it, based in your home location, because people like to work with people who are from their same cultural backgrounds, from the same geographical area. And I don't mean that in a prejudice, I mean it in a factual state. People are willing to pay more if they feel they're working with people within the same geographical area with them. Then the model I adopt is back-end functions I outsource to LEDCs, less economically developed countries. So countries such as Ukraine, which I've got a great media buyer from, the Philippines, which my video editor is from, who's going to edit this video, great as well. And then Pakistan is where my VA is from. And with that, that allows me the business function, the business mechanics to be able to build a business that's focused on profit. See, you could be running a business that is making 30K per month, but if your margins are only 10%, well, realistically, you're only walking away with $3,000 per month. Conversely, if you're running an agency that's making 15 grand a month and your margins are 60%, well, you're walking away with a lot more money there. You're walking away with $9,000, which is 3 times more. So what business model would you rather? Would you rather a model that is based on vanity or a model that's based on sanity? And that's the exact model that I would go for if I were you. So use websites such as Philippines.ph. I think they've rebranded, but you can search them. Upwork is a great source as well. And also look at agency communities. So go into Facebook groups, see what people are doing there, and test people. Make a complete, a comprehensive onboarding process, an application process for people who you're interviewing. Make people jump through hoops that you want to work with you. Pressure test them, stress test them. Make sure you're getting the right people into your business. And that way you can automate and delegate. Also, the other avenue is looking at automations. There are so many automations out there today that will help you with your business. You just have to go looking for them. Some of my favorite automations and tools are Go High Level, which I have built a lot of our back-end functions off. I give away templates to people. I give away so much resource and value. I've been able to essentially turn around, and when I'm pumping leads into my business or other people's businesses, I've been able to automate the follow-ups through text and email flows. And if you want any of them, then message me and I can send you a few away for free as thank you for watching this video. So there are so many functions you can use. You can use Zapier. ChatGPT is one of the best tools right now just to do basic tasks. So that is point number 3. So guys, those were my 3 secrets to becoming time-free at the age of 24. And by no means has it been an easy and clear journey. I have had so many ups and downs over the years. I have been scammed. I have been screwed over by clients. I have had team members leave me high and dry last minute. But you know what? I wouldn't change any of it for the world, because resilience is what sharpens entrepreneurs. And if you're someone who is in a position where either A, you're in a job and you want to get out of it because you know it isn't fueling your purpose, or B, you're someone who's running an agency or coaching business and you want to get to 10K per month and you want to be free, where you're working 20 hours a week and you're working on cool stuff like this. I genuinely love creating content like this, seeing messages from people on Instagram, on YouTube saying, thank you so much, you've been so helpful. Push yourself. Literally, that's all you have to do. On the other side of discomfort is what you're searching for. Go for it. And hey, if you want to join the Bespoke Academy, if you want to find out more, follow me on Instagram, Joe Test Story. Subscribe to this page if you found this video useful, if you found value from it. I'm going to dedicate myself to make more content like this because I want to help you succeed. I want to help you grow, and I love this. Take care.